everyone, this is Lindsay with the library's events team. We are excited to be working with artist Addie Boswell on how to make recycled instruments using things you can find around your house. We also are going to have more activities and performances available on our website, so please check that out for more information. We hope that you're staying safe and well and enjoy the craft.
Hi everybody, and welcome to my studio. I'm Addie Boswell. I'm an artist and I usually teach art at schools and libraries across Oregon, but since we're stuck at home, I'm going to show you some different art projects you can make from your house. That means most of them, like some of the examples you see behind me, use regular household materials that hopefully you can find without much trouble. So, as you saw from the sign, today we're making DIY instruments, and I'm going to show you three different kinds. The first is shakers. The second is a different kind of shakers. I call them rattles. You can probably tell what they're made out of. All right, so let's get started. We're going to start with the shakers. They're definitely the easiest, and they're also good for any age of kids, even 2, 3, 4-year-olds, because it's kind of an experiment you're doing with sound and with materials. So you can probably tell what these are made out of. I think these were film canisters. But basically all you need, and this was a pill bottle, basically all you need is any kind of container that has a lid. So you can see pill bottles work really good. Here's an airborne container. Altoid tins also work. They're kind of a metal sound. You can also use baby food jars, or if you have any old milk bottles. I don't know what came in this, but it's a kind of a cool container. Or you can just look around and see if you find something else. I think this held photographs. It's just a plastic container, so I might see what that sounds like. So once you have your container, you probably also have some old Play-Doh containers around too. Those work well. So once you have your container or containers to have a few choices, the only other thing you need is shaker materials. And you can also find, use anything you can find around your house for this, but some good examples are rice, lentils, those where you can see them, dried beans, and any kind of pasta. These are kind of macaronis. All right, and now the experiment begins. So I'm using these are like little scoops that you get in coffee or Gatorade or something. You don't need those, they're just kind of fun. So let's try, what bottle should we try? Let's try a pill bottle to start with. So the different sounds you make, it depends on the size of your shaking material, and it also depends on the size of your container. So we'll try some out. So this is rice. Let's see what that sounds like. Kind of nice and quiet. See if the lentils are any noisier. Not a bad sound. Okay, this is dried beans. You can use any of these you want. You'll notice I'm not using too many of this food, so it's not like you're depleting your food source by making shakers. A little louder. And finally, the pasta. Okay. That's nice. So that's a pasta sound. It's a little louder, but the sound also depends on your container you use. So let's see what happens if we put pasta in this little photograph thing. I'm not sure where I got this. Okay, here we go. Different sound, huh? Let's try one more. I want to see what this Easter egg starts with the same materials. And of course, you might find you want to put a few different materials in one to have a couple different sounds. Wow. Those are close to the same. Kind of loud. So that's all you do to start with. Once you have your sounds like you like them, think about whether you need to glue or tape your lid on. With pill bottles, you don't have to worry. But if you're using something like this, I would put a piece of tape all around. And then after you have your shaker ready, you can decorate. Probably the easiest thing to use is tape, any kind of tape, masking tape, washi tape, duct tape. I think this was made, I just put some washi tape around it. But the other good thing to use if you have any at home is printer labels. These are usually kind of a nice size. about like that you can just wrap around a pill bottle. And the other nice thing about these is, since it's hard to draw on this once it's around here, you can draw on it while it's flat and then peel it off and put it around your pill bottle. And there you have your shakers. All right, on to the next project, which is rattles, or they're another kind of shakers. And you can see what these are made out of. They're all different shapes. But basically you only need two things for these two. The caps, or the bottles that shake around, the bottle caps, and then some sort of metal to go underneath. Now, if you're lucky, you have a shop or a garage and you have some just metal of any gauge, wire. If you don't have that, you probably have a tomato cage or a wire coat hanger, and you can cut a piece of that off if you don't mind. Or you can get really creative. These were made out of bike spokes that were taken off an old bike wheel. They're kind of nice because they're straight. That's a different thing. You can also, if you don't have any of that, you can look for small things you might have. Like this is a book ring or a shower curtain ring. This is something else I found in my box of stuff. And one kid even made a shaker just out of a nail and a block of wood. Just a little shaker. So anything you can find works. And the other thing you need are the bottle caps. So these can be beer bottles, soda bottles, soda tabs are also good to put on these shakers. And they can also be bigger lids like those you get on salsa or baby food or whatever. So if you're thinking, oh, I had a bunch of those bottle caps, but I recycled them, something I want you to do while you're stuck at home is start collecting that stuff. So this is, in our house, we just call it the stuff box. And we throw in there basically anything we find that could be crafty that we would usually throw away or recycle. There's those old rings from like tape. Also, toilet paper rolls were good. I have all kinds of lids in here. I have some packaging. We have broken pieces of toys that we don't know where we come from. So start collecting that stuff and you'll have more art materials while you can't go to the art store. Okay, so now for the shakers. So the main thing is to just get your piece of wire. I just cut a piece off this, and this is pretty bendy wire, so I was going to try to make kind of a triangle shape, but you can make any shape you want. So cut off your piece of wire, and then you are going to nail holes into your bottle caps. So unless you're outside where it doesn't matter, if you're on a table or a floor, make sure you have like a piece of wood or cardboard so you don't nail through and put a hole in your table. But basically all you need is a hammer and a nail. The bigger your nail is, the better. And you pick up your bottle cap, put it on your wood or cardboard, put the nail right in the center, and a couple taps should do it. Put a nice hole right in there. Then you put it on. So usually I do a bunch of these at one time, so I put holes in a bunch of these ahead of time. And then you just string them on. This is another thing you can experiment with sound. You'll notice on this one, it's all bottle caps just right in a row, and they're kind of facing each other. And that makes it pretty loud. On this other shaker, I put these plastic spacer things in between. I don't even know what those are, but it makes it a little quieter. So you can see if you have anything else that would work as spacers between these that you want to throw on. You probably have some nuts or washers. You might also have some plastic beads you can try out. See if they go on. Anything with a hole in it works. That's kind of a nice jingly sound. So you keep adding your lids and your spacers until you get a sound you like. And once you have a sound you like, kind of like that, you can decide how to finish it up. If your wire is bendable, you can just bend it over itself and make a little clasp. I like to have something to hold on to, so I'm gonna use this kind of old tape dispenser, and I'm gonna curl my wire around this. You probably need to use a pliers if your wire is stronger, but this stuff's really bendable. So I'm going to just bend around both sides of that. And then I have something that's not wire that I can hold on to. That's a nice sound. The other nice thing you can do, somebody made this one and I just saw it, but they found a piece of old wood and just stapled on their wire to the end, and that gives a nice handhold too. Different sounds. And then for this one on the bike spoke, I just stuck it into the end of a cork. So make sure you keep your corks in your stuff box too, because they come in handy. pretty good. By the way, if you do have corks, another thing they're good for is drumsticks. These are just made with corks stuck on a bike spoke, but you could also make these on wire. So that's it for the shakers. Enjoy your noise.